Unlock the secrets of time. Welcome to our channel where we open the dusty pages of history, discover the wisdom of ancient civilizations, and bring the forgotten stories of humanity to life. Today, we will try to tell you about 10 of the most important and still known Roman emperors and their short biographies. Biographies of 10 powerful Roman emperors still known today. 1. Augustus, 63 BC to 14 AD, the first emperor of the Roman Empire. Augustus was the nephew and adopted son of Julius Caesar. He reorganized Rome after years of civil war and initiated a period of peace known as the Pax Romana. Upon ascending to the prime position in Rome, Gaius Julius Caesar Octavianus took on the name Augustus, which reflected the reverence and stature he was due as leader of the new empire. Augustus had taken on the name of his adoptive father to legitimize his claim to power, buttressed by his great military victory over the forces of Antony and Cleopatra at Actium in 31 BCE. There is no end to the achievements made by Augustus during his reign as first citizen, a title he adopted to avoid the negative associations of kingship. Not only did he find a city of bricks and leave it of marble, but he also extended the boundaries of the empire on many frontiers, securing Roman hegemony and consolidating his position. The series of emperors that followed Augustus, although not all directly descended from him, were collectively known as the Julio-Claudian dynasty, a dynasty that ended with the death of Nero in 68 CE. Trajan, 53 to 117 AD, known for one of the greatest expansions of the Roman Empire, Trajan extended its borders to the east, reaching the Parthian Empire. He also initiated numerous construction projects, enhancing Rome's architectural splendor. Leo I, or Leo the Thracian, was one of the Eastern Roman emperors who ruled over the portion of the empire now more commonly known as the Byzantine Empire. He presided over this domain for 20 years in the 5th century CE and put a great deal of effort into buttressing the weakened Western Empire, which was well into its decline. He also marked the increasing separation between East and West by publishing official edicts and laws not in Latin but in the form of ancient Greek that was then used across the Eastern Mediterranean. Hadrian, 76 to 138 AD, succeeding Trajan, Hadrian fortified and strengthened the borders of the empire. He is famous for commissioning Hadrian's Wall in Britain to secure the northern frontier. One of the so-called five good emperors, Hadrian ruled from 117 to 138 CE after the death of his predecessor and great-uncle-in-law, Trajan. Following the great expansion that had occurred under Trajan, Hadrian ruled the Roman Empire at its peak, consolidating its borders and unifying its peoples. One of his most lasting legacies has been Hadrian's Wall, which marked the upper boundary of Britannia and still stands in parts today. In addition to his military and political skills, Hadrian was known for his strong interest in Greek culture and philosophy, for which reason he was often portrayed in Greek dress and was the first emperor until then, except for Nero, to grow a beard, a Greek influence. Number 4. Marcus Aurelius, 121 to 180 AD. Marcus Aurelius, known as a philosophical emperor, is associated with Stoic philosophy. During his reign, he led wars to defend the borders of the Roman Empire. Renowned as the philosopher-emperor, Marcus Aurelius ruled over the Roman Empire from 161 to 180 CE, during which time he also penned his famous Meditations. The last of the five good emperors, his reign saw Rome triumph over foreign enemies to the east and north, and the inhabitants of the empire lived in relative peace and stability. There were, however, notable periods of strife, including the devastating Antonine Plague. We now believe this to have been some form of smallpox, which wiped out around 5 million people, perhaps including Marcus Aurelius' co-emperor, Lucius Verus. After Aurelius' death, the throne was inherited by his son Commodus, most famous as the villain of the 2000 film Gladiator. 5. Diocletian, 244 to 311 AD, a strong leader during the crisis of the Roman Empire. Diocletian divided the empire into the Tetrarchy, 4 regions, to streamline governance. Diocletian was born in 244 AD and became the Roman emperor in 284 AD. During his rule, he faced a major political and military crisis within the empire. This period witnessed numerous civil wars and complex changes in leadership. Diocletian divided the empire into what is known as the Tetrarchy, or 4 regions. He ruled as the Eastern Emperor while appointing Maximian as his co-emperor to rule in the West. Additionally, he appointed Galerius and Constantius Chlorus as Caesar, each serving as deputy emperors. Throughout his reign, Diocletian implemented bureaucratic reforms and reorganized the administration of the state. He also introduced economic reforms, such as price controls and a strict taxation system to address economic issues. One of the significant events of his era was the persecution of Christians. Diocletian attempted to eradicate Christianity from the Roman Empire, initiating a period of severe persecution that resulted in the martyrdom of many Christians. However, Christianity later became the official state religion under Emperor Constantine. Diocletian retired in 305 AD, leading to the collapse of the Tetrarchy system. Following his retirement, the empire faced further division and complex internal conflicts. In conclusion, the era of Diocletian was marked by crises within the Roman Empire, yet he managed to sustain the empire for a while through bureaucratic and administrative reforms. 6. Constantine the Great, 272 to 337 AD. The first Christian emperor of the Roman Empire, Constantine contributed significantly to the rise of Christianity by winning the Battle of the Milvian Bridge. He also established Constantinople as the new capital. Constantine the Great, born in 272 AD, is one of the most significant figures in Roman history. He became the Roman emperor in 36 AD and ruled until his death in 337 AD. Constantine is renowned for his military successes, administrative reforms, and his conversion to Christianity, which had a profound impact on the Roman Empire. One of Constantine's most notable achievements was his victory at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge in 312 AD. According to tradition, Constantine attributed his victory to a vision of the Christian symbol, the Chi Rho, accompanied by the phrase, "In hoc signo vinces," "In this sign you shall conquer." Following this victory, Constantine became a patron of Christianity and issued the Edict of Milan in 313 AD, which granted religious tolerance to Christians and ended the persecution they had faced. Constantine also played a significant role in the reunification and restructuring of the Roman Empire. In 330 AD, he established Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul, as the new capital of the Roman Empire, shifting the focus of power from Rome to the eastern part of the empire. This move had profound political, economic, and cultural implications and contributed to the transformation of the Roman Empire into the Byzantine Empire. Constantine implemented various administrative reforms aimed at stabilizing the empire. He introduced new coinage, reorganized the civil service, and implemented military reforms to strengthen the army. Additionally, Constantine convened the First Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, which aimed to resolve theological disputes within Christianity and establish a unified doctrine. Constantine's reign marked a significant turning point in Roman history. His conversion to Christianity and his efforts to promote and institutionalize the faith played a crucial role in the subsequent spread of Christianity throughout the Roman Empire. Moreover, his administrative and military reforms laid the foundation for the Byzantine Empire, which endured for over 1,000 years after the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Overall, Constantine the Great's reign was characterized by military success, religious transformation, and administrative reforms that left an indelible mark on the Roman Empire and the course of European history. 7. Theodosius the Great, 347–95 AD. Theodosius united the Eastern and Western Roman empires. He issued edicts making Christianity the state religion and banning pagan worship. Commonly known as Theodosius the Great, was born in 347 AD and became the Roman emperor in 379 AD. He is renowned for his role in solidifying Christianity as the state religion of the Roman Empire and for his efforts to maintain imperial unity during a period of significant political and religious upheaval. One of Theodosius' most notable achievements was his Edict of Thessalonica in 380 AD, which declared Nicene Christianity as the official state religion of the Roman Empire, effectively banning paganism and other Christian sects. This marked a significant turning point in Roman history and had profound implications for the future of Christianity and the empire. Theodosius faced numerous challenges during his reign, including conflicts with barbarian tribes, internal power struggles, and religious disputes. He successfully negotiated peace treaties with various barbarian groups and managed to maintain stability within the empire to a large extent. However, Theodosius's most significant military achievement came in 394 AD when he defeated the usurper Eugenius and his Frankish allies at the Battle of the Frigidus. This victory solidified Theodosius's control over the Roman Empire and marked the end of paganism as a significant political force. In addition to his military and religious policies, Theodosius implemented various administrative reforms aimed at strengthening the imperial government. He divided the empire into smaller administrative units, known as dioceses, and reorganized the military to improve its efficiency and effectiveness. Theodosius died in 395 AD, leaving behind a legacy as one of the last great Roman emperors and a key figure in the transition from the classical Roman world to the Byzantine Empire. His efforts to promote Christianity and maintain imperial unity had a lasting impact on the history of Europe and the Christian faith. 8. Julius Caesar, 100 to 44 BC. One of Rome's most famous leaders, Julius Caesar brought an end to the Roman Republic and laid the foundations for the empire. However, despite his popularity, he was assassinated by political rivals. Julius Caesar, one of the most famous figures in Roman history, was born in 100 BC into a prestigious Roman family. He rose to prominence as a military leader and politician during the late Roman Republic era. Caesar's military campaigns played a crucial role in expanding Roman territory and solidifying his power. He conquered Gaul, modern-day France, Belgium, and parts of Switzerland and Germany during the Gallic Wars 58 to 50 BC, bringing significant wealth and prestige to Rome. In addition to his military exploits, Caesar was a skilled politician. He formed a political alliance known as the First Triumvirate with Pompey the Great and Marcus Licinius Crassus, which allowed him to consolidate power and influence in Rome. Caesar's rise to power sparked a series of civil wars against his political rivals, including Pompey and the conservative faction in the Senate. In 49 BC, Caesar famously crossed the Rubicon River with his army, an act of defiance against the Senate's authority, which marked the beginning of a civil war. After emerging victorious in the Civil War, Caesar was appointed Dictator Perpetuo, dictator in perpetuity, and implemented various reforms aimed at addressing social and economic issues in Rome. He also undertook ambitious public works projects and granted Roman citizenship to residents of the provinces. However, Caesar's increasing power and status as dictator aroused suspicion and opposition among his political opponents, who feared he aimed to establish a monarchy. On the Ides of March, March 15, 44 BC, Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators led by Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus. Despite his death, Caesar's legacy endured. He is remembered as a brilliant military strategist, a skilled politician, and a key figure in the transition from the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire. His assassination marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of a new era in Roman history. 9. Nero, 3768 AD. Nero became emperor at a young age. Initially popular, he later became infamous for his abuse of power and tyranny. Nero, full Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, was born in 37 AD and became the Roman emperor in 54 AD, succeeding his adoptive father Claudius. Nero's reign is marked by a combination of early popularity, political intrigue, and eventual tyranny. During the early years of his reign, Nero was relatively popular among the Roman people. He initiated several public works projects, including the construction of theaters and stadiums, and sponsored extravagant games and festivals, earning him favor among the populace. However, Nero's later years were characterized by increasingly erratic and despotic behavior. He became known for his extravagance, cruelty, and persecution of perceived enemies. One of the most infamous events of his reign was the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD, which devastated much of the city. While Nero was accused of starting the fire to clear space for his own grandiose building projects, historical evidence for this claim is inconclusive. Following the fire, Nero faced growing opposition and unrest within the empire. He responded with brutal repression, executing or exiling those he viewed as threats to his power, including members of the Senate and his own family. Nero's rule became increasingly autocratic, and his actions alienated many of his supporters. In 68 AD, a revolt broke out among the provincial governors and military leaders, leading to Nero's eventual downfall. Faced with the prospect of being captured and executed, Nero committed suicide in 68 AD, marking the end of the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Nero's reign is often remembered as a period of extravagance, excess, and tyranny. He has been depicted in literature, art, and popular culture as a symbol of unchecked power and corruption. Despite his initial popularity and some achievements in cultural patronage, Nero's legacy is largely overshadowed by his reputation as one of Rome's most infamous and despised emperors. 10. Vespasian, 9 to 79 AD. The founder of the Flavian dynasty, Vespasian brought stability and prosperity to the Roman Empire for a period. He also initiated the construction of significant structures like the Colosseum. The emperors of ancient Rome, ranging from the admirable to the abhorrent, have undoubtedly left their mark on history. Their reigns were characterized by a mix of tyranny and contributions to the arts, architecture, legal systems, and literature. The legacy of these rulers includes not just monumental achievements, but also their names, which have been preserved through the ages. Vespasian, whose full name was Titus Flavius Vespasianus, was born in 9th AD and became Roman emperor in 69 AD, founding the Flavian dynasty. His reign marked a period of stability and prosperity following the tumultuous year of the four emperors. Vespasian's rise to power came during the chaotic aftermath of Nero's death and the civil wars that ensued. He emerged as a successful military commander, leading the forces in the Roman province of Judea, and later gaining support from the legions in Egypt and Syria. Upon becoming emperor, Vespasian initiated a series of reforms aimed at stabilizing the Roman economy and restoring public confidence. He focused on fiscal responsibility, implementing measures to increase revenue and reduce wasteful spending. One of his most significant reforms was the institution of vectigalia, a tax on goods and services that helped replenish the treasury. Vespasian also undertook ambitious building projects, including the construction of the Colosseum in Rome, which was completed during the reign of his successor, Titus. He initiated numerous public works to improve infrastructure and stimulate economic growth throughout the empire. Vespasian's reign was characterized by a pragmatic and efficient style of governance. He prioritized the well-being of the empire over personal glory and pursued policies that benefited the majority of Romans. His reign brought a sense of stability and confidence to the Roman people after years of civil strife and uncertainty. Vespasian died in 79 AD and was succeeded by his eldest son, Titus. He is remembered as one of Rome's most effective and capable emperors, whose reign marked a turning point in the history of the Roman Empire. His legacy endured through the Flavian dynasty, which continued to rule Rome for several decades after his death. Thank you for listening so far. You can support by subscribing to our channel for the continuation of these videos. Stay with love.